Yo, 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 what's going on, Freedom Family? Tyler Sorensen here, Chairman, Tight Inside of iMastery Academy. Just wanted to shoot you guys this video breaking down a good compound plan and how you guys should be approaching your mindset, when it comes to trading. And I'm really going to break down, for you guys that have maybe never seen this before, what it can look like trading, compounding your account over time, and why you should be very, very, very excited, even if you only make 1, 2, 3%, in a day. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to dive right in. If you guys want, take note of the website I'm using, compounddaily.org /calculator. This is just a compound interest calculator that can help you calculate, your projected growth and what, numbers you could be looking at over time. And you can play around with all of this, right? So, I'm just going to go through a couple examples with you guys really quickly. So, let's pretend that you guys started your trading account with, we'll just say $500, right? You can obviously start with more or less, but $500 for this example. And right here is where we're going to type in the percentage growth of your trading account per day, right? So, obviously the percentages will always change. Some days, you'll make, 10, 15% sometimes on one trade if you catch a big move. And, other days you might lose 1 or 2%, maybe even 3% of your account, if you risk that much on a trade that doesn't go your way. But, nonetheless, I think a good rule of thumb to shoot for is right around, 3% on average, right? Because if you could average 3%, I want to show you guys what can happen over time. And then right here, let's just take it out over the course of 90 days, right? So 90 days, 3 months worth of trading. And we're going to change this daily reinvest rate to 100%. That just means that we're not going to withdraw any profits throughout, this period of time, right? And then we're going to include the weekends. You can turn that off if you would like to, if you don't trade, every single day of the week. But obviously the crypto market is open 24/7. So I'm going to include this on here because we definitely can and sometimes do trade on the weekends, right? So if you started with a $500 account and you were able to grow 3% per day, again, on average, sometimes more, sometimes less, but average, you were able to grow 3% over 90 days. This is what would happen over that course of time. Your $500 account would grow to $7,100 in this 90-day period of time. And I want to break down for you guys how that actually happens because, it doesn't really happen right away, right? Because you start off day one, you make 3% on that $500 account. Congratulations. That is $15, right? You're not quitting your day job just yet. You're not rich off of $15, but every single day that account is getting bigger and bigger, that 3% that you're working with is also getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So, the only thing that you are missing when you're compounding your money is a little bit of time on your side, right? Because if we fast forward 30 days, you guys can see how these little wins are just getting slightly bigger, day after day after day after day, right? Now 30 days, that same, 3% is $35. It was 15 a month ago, but now it's 35. So it's already doubled, right? And this is, again, just using the 3% as the example. And if we fast forward, to the end of this time period, 90 days, now that 3% went from $15 to $200, right? And again, you guys can play around with this and take this out even farther if you want to. You can go from 90 days to 180, which would be 6 months. And you guys can see what happens, right? That $500 would grow to a little over $100,000 in 180 days worth of trading if you average 3% per day over this time period, right? So again, start off $500 making just $15 on a 3% gain. And, you fast forward, guys, now you're month 4, 120 days, that same 3% is $500, right? And again, you can go all the way to the end of this period and you guys can see how that 3% would turn into almost $3,000 when you started with just $500 and just making $15, growing 3%, right? So this is just an example. This is a real, an ideal world scenario of getting 3% every single day. Will it ever work out perfectly like that? Absolutely not. But I want you guys to start thinking in the terms of compound interest. I want you guys to start thinking in terms of the compound effect playing out on your trading account, because some of you might get discouraged only making $15, $30, $20 on a trade. But guys, don't lose sight of what you're actually doing here in compounding your money over time to where 90 days, 180 days could go by and life can start to look a lot different and you start to make more money than what most people would make, working their full-time jobs. And that's what the mindset I want you guys to approach this with. And we can even go through a couple other examples. Like, let's say we even started with, only being able to get 1% out of the market, right? Let's take that out over the course of, there's 252 trading days in a year. So let's do 252 trading days in a year. And let's say you only made 1%, right? You averaged 1%, some days more, some days less. But guys, let's be real here. $500 to $6,100. I mean, guys, that's insane. That is insane, right? I don't know where else in the world you can take $500 and turn it into over $6,000 in a year of trade. I just don't know. I don't know where else in the world where that's even possible. And again, this is 252 days of trading in the Forex market, right? Because the market is closed, but obviously crypto is never closed. So, you could easily say 365 if you were a crazy person that traded every single day. And then that $500 would, be a little over 18 grand. So, guys, I don't want you to get so caught up in the day-to-day trying to make a bunch of money right away. I want you guys to be in this for the long term and realize that what you're doing over the course of 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, in what is happening, that's how you're going to get wealthy, right? You're not going to get rich quick. And I don't want people in the mindset of getting rich quick. I want people in the mindset of getting rich for sure. Not get rich quick, get rich for sure. And so this is a great resource for you guys to come to, plan out, your plan. And I'll drop this in the description of this video for you guys to be able to go find. But this is a compound plan that was created by Manny Quinones and one of the leaders on that he works with inside of corporate. So this is a compound plan, literally all done for you. And there's a few different tabs down here where you can go and, you can change, your balance, you can change your goal, and it'll actually tell you how many trades are left for your goal when it comes to using this compound plan. And you're going to be able to track trade by trade by trade, and it will update automatically for you when you do that. If you guys want a bigger, a more in-depth breakdown of this comp plan, go to Manny Quinones's Go Live channel and then come right here to his favorite sessions to How to Trade Ignite Part 3. He did this in his most recent boot camp. And, you'll have to fast forward a little bit to about the hour 20 mark. But nonetheless, guys, it's an incredible resource. It's going to really help you guys stay organized and have a plan for your trading. Because if you guys know where you're going, you're going to be able to, weather the storm. You're going to be able to stick long term because you have that longer term vision, not the vision of somebody who's just trying to get rich quick. And then when they're not rich after 30 days, they're already giving up, right? So don't lose sight of the end game goal and keep the longer term vision in mind, guys. And I hope you guys found value in this. Share this with your teams and your brand new customers so they can hit the ground running and get a plan in place right out of the gate. All right, guys, we'll crush it. And I'll talk to you guys soon.